So this is 9.2 quadratic inequalities in one variable. So again, like how I said when we graphed linear inequalities, it was just like graphing a linear formula. It's the same thing here. So we're just going to treat this like this. So we need to factor it. So x equals 3 and x equals -1. And then we need to find the vertex. Perfect. So we got to point at 1, -4. So then 1, 1, 2, 3, 4. Perfect. And then now we go back and we take note that we had a solid line. So we're going to graph that. And then we need to choose a test point. You can choose 0, 0 in this case because he's not on the graph line that we're using. So that would be 0 squared minus 2 multiplied by 0 minus 3 less than or equal to 0. So 0 minus 0 minus 3. So is -3 less than or equal to 0? It is. So then what you would do is you would color the inside of this graph. And we would shade it, and I would use red to say that, yes, everything that is inside this parabola is a valid solution. And that's all you have to do. Factor it and test. So next one here, we have -x squared plus x plus 12. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to move everything over to this side. So then that would be 0 is less than x squared minus x minus 12. Factor it, I have x minus 4 and x plus 3. X equals 4, x equals -3. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Vertex, x is equal to -b over 2a is 1 over 2. Y is equal to 1/2 squared minus 1/2 minus 12. This gets us to 1/4 minus 2/4 minus 48/4. So all I did is I put everything over 1. This guy changed to a 4, so I made everything change to a 4. Okay, so then I do believe that leaves us with -4 and 1/4. So if I do this, this is 1/2, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, and a bit. Perfect. Then graph. And remember, looking at this, we're using a dashed line. And I know what you're thinking, it's a lot easier for me to draw a dashed line than it is for you to draw a dashed line. You could just draw the parabola in full and then erase out a little bit, and then you're good to go. So then what we need to do is we need to do our test, and we need to test 0, 0. He's our easy test point. So I always plug this into the original because that's how I am. So -0 squared plus 0 plus 12. It must be less than or equal to 0. Is 12 less than or equal to 0? It is not. So then we need to shade everything else that is not within the parabola. Okay? So graph it exactly how you would a normal quadratic, and then make sure to check what sign you are using. And that's it. Easy, easy peasy. You can do this.